All right. Good evening, whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. I'm Katrina, and I will be doing a video on how I do my twists. I've had quite a few people ask me, what style is that? How do you twist your hair like that? I just think they're two-strand twists, which they are, but I guess I have a different way of doing them than most people. So I'm doing this video not to show a whole hairstyle, but just exactly how I do my twist. So I'm going to try to be as detailed as possible, and I guess that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and get started. So my hair has already been washed and detangled, and I'm using actually the leave-in that Kim Love of Kim A Tube came up with. I'm using it. It's not my favorite thing for my twist because it seems like it takes a longer time to dry than my blended beauty products that I usually use. So, but I'm using it just because the ingredients are good and I bought the products, so I'm using it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will just show you how I part. Oh, I dropped my clip. I'm gonna go ahead and part. I know you don't have to part when you twist, but I've always parted. This is just something that I do. I like to just part the row across, and then I don't part the individual twists, but definitely the row going across. So I'm going to clip this part up, and I've already completed the back. This is how they look. They're kind of fluffy. I don't know. These are just my twists. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some water because my hair is actually getting kind of dry. So this is just water. I know it says frizzies, but it's just water. And apply some of the leave-in. I'm not putting an extra moisturizer or anything on top of it, just this leave-in. I think it's moisturizing enough. And then I'll comb through with my Denman. I like to go, I use a wide tooth comb when I detangle in the shower, and then I use my Denman at this stage, and then I use my, my fine tooth comb later on. So I try to just make sure that my parts are kind of like a brick, looks kind of like a brick wall, where, you know, the parts are right in between the previous ones. See how I try to make a little part right in between the twist that was below it. So I'm kind of going to do the same thing as I go up. And these are kind of small. I mean, I plan on keeping them for a week. Alright, so then I take my wide tooth comb and I go all the way from the root. I can usually go straight from the root all the way down because I've already detangled it. This will be number 3. Got a little knot on the end, but I got that out. So then I just divide the section in two. And I think the key reason why my twist might look different than other people's is because I smooth my hair out as I'm twisting it. And I'll try to show that as I'm going along, because I've already completely detangled it all the way down with a fine tooth comb. And then as I'm twisting, I hold on to the twist and I try to keep my fingers very close to where the hair separates, the two pieces separate, and I'm smoothing it down the whole time. Don't ask me why my finger's there. Don't know. That's just how I taught myself to twist. And the whole time, see, like with my right hand, I'm smoothing down my hair on this section, and then with my left hand, same thing. I kind of smooth with my middle finger and my thumb. Yep, that's what that's called. And this is just how I twist. Now, I don't anticipate you necessarily being able to hold your fingers exactly like mine. I don't think that's the point, although Like I said, this is just how I do it. I can't do it any other way. I've tried to move my finger and stop keeping it there, but it takes me longer for some reason, because this is how I learned. So, and that is how I twist my hair. And it's obviously, it looks pretty straight now, but as it dries, obviously we all know about shrinkage, it does draw up quite a bit. And I'll do another one a little bit slower, and that's gonna be the whole video. But here we go. So once again, with my fine tooth comb, go from the root all the way down, and I just kind of twist the ends just to it seems like it keeps it from tangling back up again so much. Oops, this hair's getting in the way. And once again, I'm smoothing my hair down before I twist it. Now sometimes usually I can go probably about halfway before I feel like it's trying to tangle again. And when that happens, like say right here, I felt like it wasn't totally smooth the way it was when I combed it through this last time. I'll hold my fingers like this. I crochet too, which is probably why I'm so dexterous, my little fine motor skills, whatever. So I'll hold it here, and I'll comb down here. Actually, this is kind of tangled up. I'll hold it and I'll comb down, and if I can't go all the way to the end, I'll just comb down to where the knot ends, and I'll just leave it there until I can twist down further, and I'll show you what I do once I get to the end. So it still feels really, really smooth, completely detangled, no knots whatsoever. And then I feel where the hair isn't perfectly smooth anymore, and I'll do the same thing. Actually, yeah, I start off like this, and I'll go in between this bottom section that's held in the top section, and I'll comb that down, and then I'll grasp the whole thing and kind of use my hand as an anchor, the side of my hand as an anchor, to comb the rest of it. And once again, I kind of twirl the end, and I will finish the twist. I know it's not all that exciting, but I've gotten so many questions. I just want to show people how I do it, so that maybe you can replicate this on your own hair. And I've done several other people's hair, and their twists always turn out like mine. I've even had one lady, I did her hair at church, and her nieces came up to her and they're like, "Your hair looks like Katrina's." And she said, well, that's because she did my hair. But then there's another lady at church who did her hair, twisted it the same way, and it looked completely different. So, you have a different style, different technique. The twists are going to turn out differently. And this is how I twist my hair. That's it.